With this, I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, who is going to be the MC for today's meeting. So he is working in the Wells AVP in the Wells Fargo, and he is a passionate Toastmaster. So I'm handing the stage to Toastmaster Bilal Sharif.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I welcome you all to 834 meeting of Chennai Toastmasters Club. Before I begin, let me tell you all today's theme is all about Toastmasters. To begin with, whether you are attending a Toastmasters meeting in India or Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Australia, Dubai, or US, Toastmasters meeting in general is divided into three parts or three sessions. The first one is prepared speech session. The second one is table topic session. And the third one is feedback, or we call it as evaluation session. In the prepared session, members of the club will give the prepared speech for 5 to 7 minutes. Sometimes it can be 4 minutes, sometimes it can be 18 to 21 minutes. Just to give you an example, if someone is joining the Toastmasters club, they have access to Toastmasters website, where they can select a path. If you are someone who is interested to develop your presentation skill, then you can select presentation mastery as your path. If you're someone who loves to engage in humor with your audience, you can select engaging humor as your path. If you're someone who loves to give motivational speeches, then you can select motivational strategies as your path. If you're someone who wishes to develop your leadership skill, then you can select dynamic leadership as your path. So there are 11 parts in Toastmasters. When you visit Toastmasters website, you can get details of each part. Each part will have a set of projects and parts. Not just nothing, but it will give you a general guideline. Like say level 1 project 1, you have to engage your audience. So you have to give a 7-minute speech, prepared speech, where you have to engage your audience. So this is the first segment, prepared speech segment, and it's open for only for Toastmasters members, the registered members. The second session in any Toastmasters meeting is table topic session. It is the most interesting and challenging part of any Toastmasters meeting because it is to test your impromptu skills and ability to think on your feet. In each Toastmasters meeting, we have a role called table topic master. A table topic master is responsible to conduct this session. He can give you a topic on spot and you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. He can even show an image and ask you a question based on that image, and you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Sometimes he can even play a sound, he can play a music, and will ask you what comes to your mind when you listen to that particular music or song. You have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Sometimes he can even split members into two groups and give you a topic so that you have a debate. So each member will get 1 to 2 minutes to express their thoughts. Basically, table topic session is to test your impromptu skills and ability to think on your feet. And no concept, table topic is designed to develop four essential skills of communication. That is listening, thinking, organizing, and expressing. So today we will be having table topic session and it's open for members as well as guests. So you can take up your questions or sound or music and you can express it in the impromptu session. So that is second session. And the third session is feedback. We call it as evaluation session. In those concepts, we truly believe that your best one is always your next one. That's why every speech, every role player, and every Toastmasters meeting is evaluated so that you learn about your aspects in your performance today that can be worked upon to perfect the next one. So these are the three sessions. I will talk about Toastmasters board when I get next chance. With that being said, I would like to introduce general evaluator for today's session. So, general evaluator is an English teacher, English coach. She has done her BCom in general from Ahmadiyya University in 1992. She has been recognized as competent leader as well as competent communicator, achievement in Toastmasters International. So today's general evaluator will be Geeta Sharif. Welcome, Geeta.
So good afternoon to one and all present here. You all must be wondering now that Toastmaster Bilal said so much about Toastmasters. Now, what is this general evaluator about to? So let me tell you that Toastmaster of the day told us that we have three sections. That is the prepared speech session, then we have the table topic session, and then we have the evaluation session. Apart from this, there's a lot of effort which is happening at the back end to ensure that each and every person who is performs to his best of his abilities, or at least he gets enough opportunities to work on himself in the upcoming meetings. So that's where I stand here. I ensure that the meeting is happening, it starts on time, it ends on time, and everything that requires to be done throughout the meeting to ensure you all a wonderful meeting is my responsibility. To help me in this responsibility, I have two beautiful teams. So the first team is the tag team. Now you must be all wondering, what is this tag team? So, friends, this reminds me of a beautiful story. I'm sure most of you must have heard about it. It's about this person who wanted to propose to his girlfriend. So he takes her to a very beautiful restaurant. He makes sure that the table is right at the end, somewhere where he wouldn't be distracted and all of that. And he talks a lot. He ensures that he first just like he wants to ensure there is a smooth communication. So he starts off very beautifully, and he goes on talking without coming to the point until a point it so happened that the girl was too tired to listen to him that she almost left off. So that is where it's very important that whatever you need to convey, it should be conveyed in the within the time. So to ensure you all to follow this responsibility, that you convey or express your whatever is in your mind within the stipulated time, comes the role of the timer. So the timer is today's timer is Toastmaster Bhupati. Now Toastmaster Bhupati is a new Toastmaster to our club, and he's very keen on improving his leadership skills and communication skills. So with these few words, let me introduce to you all Toastmaster Bhupati. Responsibilities. How to build the line forward with the
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta sir. Thank you, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Today I am assigned the role of a timer. As a timer, my role is to take note of and remind all the speakers how much time they spend on their speech. For prepared speech, it is it is 5 to 7 minutes. So by the 5th minute, we shall show the green light. By the 6th minute, yellow, and then 7th, green. So, every topic, time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. Again, green light will be shown at 1 minute. Yellow will be by 1 minute 30 seconds. And red will be 2 minutes. And for the evaluators, time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes will be shown by green light. By 2 minutes again, red at 3 minutes. So at the end of the meeting, I will be back with the report. Now it is back to Master Geeta.
So I'm sure by now our guest must have understood that the time allotted for the table topics is 1 to 2 minutes. And he's clearly explained that by 1 minute 30 seconds, he will show 1 minute, he'll show you the green flag and then the yellow flag at 1 minute 30 seconds. And 2 minutes, he will show you the red flag wherein you need to wind up your speech. So this is one session where we'll invite the guests also to come and volunteer. Now I move on to my next team, which is the R counter. So this R counter also will help you to work on your communication skills, because it is very important for all of us to express ourselves without any interruptions or any whatever it is. I think that I should allow our counter to explain this. So with this, I will invite Toastmaster Dheeraj to brief his responsibilities as our counter for today's meeting.
Thank you, General Evaluator Geeta ma'am, and the fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. Today, myself, Dheeraj. Today, I'm assigned the role of R counter, and as an R counter, I'll just try to probably explain you what my role is. My role is to basically take a count of all the speaker. Take a count of all the filler words used by the speaker. For example, so now filler words will be used by the speaker. So my role is to take a note and count of all of them, and maybe at the end of this session, I'll come and present my answer.
So that was Toastmaster Dheeraj, who's also a new Toastmaster to our club, and he's also very passionate about improving his leadership qualities and communication skills. Now I move on to the grammarian. So grammarian for today's meeting is Toastmaster Karthik. So if I have to tell you all a few words about him, he's a very enthusiastic Toastmaster, and his role we just had contest a few weeks back, and his role during the contest is really commendable. So with these words, I invite Toastmaster Karthik to brief his responsibility.
So good evening, fellow Toastmaster, my dear guest. So I am your grammarian. So as my role, first to introduce the word of the day. So most of them have received the word through the agenda. So one more time, I am just repeating the word of the day. The word of the day is consent. CONSENT. The meaning is permission for something to happen. So whenever you got the chance today, so try to use the word consent. So apart from this, my major duty of as a grammarian is to understand the English language usage of everyone who's going to come here and represent. And if any good quote or any recommendation or any good words which I'm just taking a notes on it. When the end of the session comes, when general evaluator calls me, I will come here and I will just represent all the complete report of over to you, general evaluator.
So Toastmaster Karthik has given us the consent to use the word of the day, consent, in our speeches. So with this, I think I should hand over my the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bilal. So before that, let me explain to you that I have one more team, a set of evaluators who will be evaluating the prepared speakers' speeches. So I'll be back again once called upon by the Toastmaster of the day.
Whenever I get a chance to speak in Toastmasters meeting, I always say this. If you have fear of water, the only way to get rid of fear of water is to go inside the water. Of course, you will take someone's help or under someone's supervision. But the only way to get rid of this fear is to face water. If you have fear of heights, the only way to get rid of fear of heights is to go on heights. Of course, you will take someone's help or under someone's supervision, but the only way to get rid of this fear is to face heights. Now, if you have fear of public speaking, the only way to get rid of fear of public speaking is to face public. But where is the public? Public is busy. It's very difficult to ask 3 or 4 members to sit in front of you so that you can deliver your. They are busy in their life. It's even difficult to ask your own family members to sit in front of you so that you can deliver the same speech again and again. They are busy with their work. That's the reason why people, they are not able to get rid of this fear of public speaking is that they are not getting the public to listen to his or her speech. And that's why I always suggest that join the Toastmasters Club, where you will have a good number of people who will be listening to your speeches, and you will get your evaluation result, an evaluation report, your timer report. At the timer, he'll be showing green light at the end of 5 minutes for a prepared speech, yellow light at the end of 6 minutes, and red light at the end of 7 minutes. And this is one of the good exercise when you're asked to give a speech in your organization somewhere. You'll be allotted a time limit, like you can speak for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And it's a good practice that if you are preparing some speeches and they are showing the time, you are able to tell your speech within the time limit. So it's a very good practice in Toastmasters. With that being said, today we have two speakers who they want to show up in front of public. The first speaker is Palanasamy. He has selected presentation mastery as part, and today he will be giving this level 12 project one speech to explain more about his speech and that like the topic of his. Like I would like to call his evaluator Manoj.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. My target speaker, Palanasamy, is going to present a L2 P1 speech. For the benefit of the guest, L1 is a stage where it's kind of a mid-level, like mid-school level, where all the subjects are the same for everyone. But the L2 is when you enter into a graduation kind of a thing, where you select a niche that you want to master it, and you present the speeches based upon that. So, Toastmaster Palanasamy, I've chosen understanding your leadership style as a path, and his speech title is Becoming an Effective Communicator. The purpose of speech is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles, and to also share some aspect of his primary leadership style or leadership styles in general. So let's find out what Toastmaster Palanisamy's leadership style or his thoughts about the leadership style is all about. Back to the Toastmaster.
Clearly, there are three sessions in Toastmasters: preparatory, stable topic, and evaluation session. And Toastmaster Manoj is an evaluator for the first speaker, Palanasamy. And you will get his evaluation in the third session, that is evaluation session. With that being said, now I would like to call our speaker one, Palanasamy. So it's about becoming an effective communicator. Becoming an effective communicator.
It's not just what we say, how we say is equally important. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. My topic for the speech today is different communication styles. There are four communication styles. The first one is direct communicator, the second is initiating communicator, and the third is supportive communicator, and the fourth is analytical communicator. The direct communicators prefer getting to the point quickly. That is very few words. When we are dealing with direct communicators, we need to be very specific and should not over explain things. Direct communicators are demanding people. Sometimes they are even abusive. The next is initiating communicators. Initiating communicators usually are friendly people. They encourage a friendly atmosphere. They open the meeting with a friendly talk and make the environment friendly and easily sociable people. The third is supportive communicators. Supportive communicators expect a calm and settled environment. They want to be assured by others. They expect their questions or concerns to be addressed. The fourth is analytical communicators. Analytical communicators are organized people. We need to present the information to them in a structured way. So among the four communication styles, my preferred style of communications are initiating and analytical. In my profession, I mostly follow these two styles, mostly in a combined way. As a leather technologist, I'm fairly successful. As a marketing leader, also I'm successful with these two approach. Normally, I open the meeting with the initiating style, where I open the discussion in a friendly manner and usually go with the personal discussion as well as general topics. Then as I proceed into the meeting, as I move into the technical topics, I go more into the analytical part, where I explain in a structured and detailed way. But when I look back my life, my journey, I did not follow a direct communication in the most of the demanding situations. I feel that is my least preferred style of communication. Because I did not follow direct communication at the situations where it mattered the most, I felt I faced uncomfortable situations. I felt tough situations. When I wanted to say no, I did not say it. After facing the consequences for not being a direct communicator, I'm working to become a direct communicator wherever there is necessity to be a direct communicator. Based on my experience, I would like to share my experience as well as my observation based on others' communication styles. What will happen when we do a single style or when we overdo a single style of communication? When you are a direct communicator all the time, people will perceive you as a insensitive person. Sometimes even you will be perceived as an arrogant guy. Because a direct communicator never have a friendly discussion with anyone. So overdoing a direct communicator, you will lose influencing the people where you don't have control over them. Wherever you cannot use your power and authority, you cannot influence anyone. In the other hand, if your communication is predominantly initiating, if you are a too friendly guy, people will take advantage of you. An initiating communicator will not get a comfortable, friendly environment to open a discussion with a direct communicator. So getting to the point asking to a direct communicator will be difficult for an initiating communicator. And supportive communicator always expect a sense of security, sense of assurance. They will not get it from neither from direct communicator nor from analytical communicator. So they will feel insecure. Their self-confidence will dent. If you are an analytical communicator too much, probably you will be seen as an unfriendly person. You will find it difficult to connect with people at the physical level as well as an emotional level. So we need to balance it. Particularly when your primary style of communication is initiating and supportive, and when you are promoted to higher position, you are promoted in the same organization. You are initiating guy and supportive guy all through your career so far. So you bonded with your colleagues, you became close friends of them. From the higher position, it will be difficult for you to communicate in a different way. Because sometimes you need to understand as a direct communicator. Since you already established as a friend among them, it will be difficult for you to establish as a leader. So we need to balance our communication in a such a way that when the roles demand, we should be moving into a different style of communication. Only then we can address, we can fulfill the responsibilities the role demands. So my takeaway from my experience and my word of advice to you is we need to understand different communication styles, and also we need to identify our communication style, our primary communication style, and we need to understand there is a need to follow different communication styles at the different situations. If we do this, we can create wonderful personal and professional relationships. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Palasami, for sharing your insights on different styles of communication. With that being said, in Toastmasters, we don't have a dedicated teacher. Today, Palaniswamy has given a prepared speech and we have Manoj evaluating him. Tomorrow, Manoj may give his speech and Palaniswamy can give his evaluation. So in Toastmasters, we don't have a teacher-student concept, but we have a concept of mentor, where a Toastmaster can select an experienced Toastmaster member who has been with public speaking or Toastmaster for several years, where he guides the new Toastmasters with tips and some bonus points which you can take a note of it while doing public speaking. With that being said, now let's introduce speaker two. Second speaker Renuka connecting online. To introduce about Renuka's speech and his level, I would like to call his evaluator Sarah. To introduce about Sarah, Sarah is a bouncer. Previously he worked as a bouncer and is, over to you, sir.
Thank you, William Mohit. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Renuka, is presenting her level 1 project 3 introduction to vocal variety. So the speech objective is to practice vocal variety to enhance her speech. And the parameters which she will be evaluated is number 1, loudness or volume. Number 2, pitch. Number 3, voice quality. Number 4, pace. Number 5, articulation of word usage. Number 6, pauses. The timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best, Toastmaster.
So Sarah explained, like whenever someone is selecting a class, right, they will be having a set of projects. So today Renuka is giving speech in this is project 3. So there she will be having some evaluation sheet. The moment she selects a project 1, she will have an evaluation sheet. Before making, she will be contacting Sarah and asking him to evaluate on the parameters. I think that Sarah has shared all those parameters. So at the end of the session, Sarah will be giving a rating on all those parameters and he will be sharing those feedback with Renuka. Now I hand over the stage to Renuka. Renuka is connected to online. So now you are going to have mic. Yes. So over to you, Renuka. The title for Renuka's
Thank you.
speech is okay. Sorry, Renuka. The title for Renuka's speech is "The Attitude Leads." The attitude leads. Over to you, Renuka.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bilal. Hi, good evening, everyone. The attitude is everything. Since many years, I'm in touch with few couple who are all similar in their age, health, and wealth. All of them are the senior citizens with a significant common issue called childlessness. So, all of them are similar in few factors, but their lifestyle are totally different and their acceptance and rejections are contrary to each other. As its consequences, let's see how they move their life. Coming to the first couple, Anandan and Jaya. Anandan and Jaya are the landlords with different businesses. In spite of having everything, all the resources they have, but Jaya has become very much lazy and lethargic, and so they never want to cook at home. They pass their life with porridge and coffee. Whereas Anandan is a tough man to handle as he is a short tempered fellow. It's very much quarrelsome all the time between both of them. Though they love each other, they are all time quarrelsome people where they never want to trust people, they never want to maintain any relationship smoothly with each other and also with the people around them except the time of their sickness. Whenever they fall sick, the siblings and their children of Anandan used to support them and they also taken care by them and till recovery they are good at people. After recovery they throw their words. So
the people started running out of their sight. In specific, the young girls and boys, like it is a sunny deposition could not be settled on a cloudy day. Likewise, the people started running out of them. So it's all about their negative mind, because nobody can have a positive life with an pessimistic thinking. So this is the attitude of Anandan and Jaya, so that they always regret their life. We're moving to the next couple, Maliga and Co. Maliga is a sweet woman. She is a lovely woman. Wherever she get entered, the place would bloom like a full moon on the sky. So Maliga is being welcomed by all the people around, where Maliga and her husband used to spend most of the time with the children of their siblings. Later, some at one point, all the children got married and settled in abroad. Someone in UK, someone in US, and different places. So they couldn't pass their time by their own and started studying the books of Osho for time pass, but they got more involved in it and started the practice and started enjoying the harmony of the practices given by Osho. So they want to remain in solitude, being practicing the same and studying the same, and they want everyone to avail the same happiness. So started training the youngsters in the same way, and they balance their life mutually by taking care on each other. So it is all about the attitude, where the attitude is a very small thing but makes a great difference. The next couple is the most interesting pair, where Ranga auntie and her husband. Ranga auntie continues working even after her retirement, where his husband, where her husband is the charming personality who always loves children and who is always surrounded by a group of children at his home. His happiness lies in engaging children, taking them to some small picnics, taking them to malls, taking them to have some funny games, shopping, etc. So he is always surrounded with a group of team of children, where Malliga auntie is, I'm sorry, Ranga auntie is interested in gardening, cooking, rearranging the things at home, and she's the one who always accepts the changes. She is a designer who customize her own costumes, and she wants to have a great new amazing look all the time. They go for long drives, they enjoy their trips, they make the people around them happy, and they also feel the happiness. It's all about the attitude, whether the glass is half filled or half empty. Moving to the next couple, which is the most beautiful transformation of Professor V. Balasubramanian and Geeta Mami into Bala Appa and Geeta Amma, where he is a legend of physics with multidisciplinary talents, who wants to spend all the time with the students in spite of many health issues even after retirement, where Geeta Mami is the most courageous and brilliant woman who always motivates everyone. Both of them are with the highly generous quality to help the needy and support them shoulder to shoulder, where since Professor Balasubramanian is working for more than 30 years, he is in touch with students, where even now he is in very close touch with many of the students, and both of them take care of the students as their own children, and they were taken care by the children. And it's like, as Newton said, everything is the reflection of our behavior. every action has equal and opposite reaction. Relationship is the most precious thing in everyone's life, but it's very tough to maintain or hold, where Geeta Ma and Bala Appa hold the relationship beautifully with the nature of their courtesy. So, coming to the conclusion about all the attitude of the couple, which are unlike, Anandan and Jaya regret their life with their negative attitude, where Malika and her husband uh, balance their life with spiritual attitude. Ranga and her husband enjoy their life with optimistic attitude. Geeta Ma and Bala Appa serve their life with devotional attitude. That's all about the attitude. Life is all about what we respond to it. It's not about what happens to it, it's all about how we respond to it. If we love our life, life will love us back. It's the attitude which determines our happiness. Wishing you all a very happy days. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Bilal.
Thank you so much, Renika, for giving a prepared speech. With that being said, we are done with our prepared speech session. Next session will be the table topic session. Just to give an example, I will be calling table topic master. We will call a volunteer. There are two ways or three ways of calling a volunteer. One could be we'll be having a wheels of name where we'll be adding all people's name, like guests and members' name, and we'll be filling the wheel. Till the wheel stops on Naveen's team, we will be calling Naveen and we'll give a topic. He has to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Another way is asking volunteers from the crowd. Like I can ask someone to volunteer and speak for 2 minutes. The third way could be instead of rejecting these two options and directly calling Naveen, come and speak for 2 minutes. So this is going to be very interesting. I can give you 2 days to manage this particular session. We will be calling some guests to talk on a specific topic. Just to give an example, what is your favorite food? You have to speak for 2 minutes. How you can do this? You can talk about your favorite food, North Indian food. What is your favorite in South Indian food? What is your favorite when you go to East or when you go to Middle East or when you go to US? What is your favorite food based on geographies? Or you can talk about based on time. Like what is your favorite food when you are a kid? What is your favorite food when you are in college days? So you can manage, but you have to make sure that you speak for 2 minutes. So we can table topic speaker from guests and members. At the end of the session, we'll be selecting the best speaker. It is going to be very interesting, and I'm going to call the table topic master to conduct this session. So today's table topic master will be Rohit. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bilal, for the introduction. As Toastmaster Bilal already explained, we need a set of volunteers, and each volunteer will be given a topic, and you'll have to speak about it for at least 2 minutes. And just like for prepared speakers, I'll be assisted by the tag team, and you'll be shown the green light at the end of first minute, and the yellow light at the end of 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the red light at the end of 2 minutes. And now that I already have a list of members who would like to volunteer and pick a topic. So once I'm done with these members, I'll invite the guests. So first up, I would like to invite Toastmaster Nanda. So your topic for the day is assistant guy, stage 9. Assistant guy, stage 9, Toastmaster Nanda. Thank you, David Topic Master. Today we Toastmasters and guests. Stage 9 is the topic during the week. So which means we need to do things which needs to be done at the correct time, at the correct place, at the correct duration. So life actually throws many opportunities. When you're growing up in a career or when you're doing your college studies, etc. We are blessed there are opportunities. But the trick there is to choose the right opportunity at the right time and choose your best. So sometimes what we do is in a hurry to get forward, or in a hurry in the competition with your peers or with your colleagues or your life, or with your personal stuff, we tend to miss the specific duration of time. Let me give an example from my life. When I was growing up in my college life,
So I had a practical goal towards defense. So I wanted to become a Air Force pilot or something, and then I started preparing for that. I used to randomly get a morning, you would go to gyms and work out all the stuff, like a business physics. And I went for the Air Force competitions and selection, etc. So it's particularly for two reasons. One is for my eyesight. I had a squint in my eye, and I also had a flat foot, which means there's two negative points in my like yeah, which means that it will be get selected. So like second back, I thought, oh, my primary passion is gone. So what is going to be like? That was like a turning point in my life. Like, so, and whatever passion I had so far, couldn't be proceeded for. We didn't just start like, what can I be next in life? That is when I realized that I am naturally good in computer science. I mean, I could do programs, I could write code, and I could execute code, and also teach coding to a lot of people. Then I realized that okay, this is what it comes to me. The primary passion wouldn't be progress. So let me take up the alternate passion and life towards me. So then I became a computer programmer, coder, a leader, and a manager, and all that, senior manager, etc. So this is also even if you not able to proceed in life and whatever passion you have, life will throw other opportunities to you and test your like the ability to take correct decision correct time. So make use of whatever decision life throws at you, and I'm sure you'll find it. What is it? That was an excellent speech, Toastmaster Nanda. And next up, we have Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati sir, who joined online. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati sir,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yeah. If you are in the central place, I am able to hear you.
Yeah. So your topic for the day is describe your dream vacation. Describe your dream vacation, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati.
Thank you, table topic master. Describe your dream vacation. My dream vacation is, of course, to New York in the United States of America, because I had some bad experience in New York in 2001. You would have heard about that 9/11 incident. I was there on that day in New York. I was working in a bank in Wall Street. So when that blast occurred, we started running in the Wall Street and went and catch the boat, and then we escaped. That memory is still lingering in my mind. So I want to remember that as a dream. And once again, I want to go there and see the other beautiful places in New York, like Central Park, the Times Square, and then that Broadway streets, all these places. I want to go there again and see them in good mood, because in 2001, that was a very bad experience for me. But still, that city with its international population attracted me a lot. And all that sceneries and all that beautiful broad streets and that steep buildings, they are all still in my mind. I would like to go back again with my family there and show them the place where I was running on that day, and to share that chilling experience with my family members again. The dream at that time was going to New York, but after going there, I had that bad experience. I want to go there again and enjoy that as a dream vacation. That's why I prefer to go to New York again. Thank you. All the best. Bye.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati sir. And we would like to move to Toastmaster Anirudh, who has joined online as well. Toastmaster Anirudh. I think it's for I guess. Okay. Okay, let me move on to the next participant. It's Toastmaster Madhu. Toastmaster Madhu.
Hi, I'm here. Yeah.
Can you hear me right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So your topic for today is if you could meet any person in history, who would it be? If you could meet any person in history, who would it be? Toastmaster Madhu.
All right. Thank you, Rohit. So if I could meet someone in my street, who it would be, right? So that was a really wonderful topic. When I start moving in the street, when I start walking in the street, definitely I don't prefer or expect anyone to be on the street, but I always love to see the people. I mean, people in the sense strangers. So I always love to mingle up with the strangers. Always strangers gives the strange experience in terms of learnings and new new feel and new experiences every day. We share, I mean, without any expectations, without anything to be needed, required. So we share experiences, we get to know each other, and we make friends. So that's what really required when we have the acquaintances and we have, when we live around the places, definitely all I need is I want to make all the strangers to be friends. So that is really required. So whenever you go on the street, whenever you go on a walk on the street, definitely don't feel afraid to talk to your strangers. Make as many friends as possible. Make the street more, rather than just being living in a street. Just make your surroundings more happier and more friendlier than ever. Yeah, thank you, Rafik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Khalid. And I would like to invite one more member. Would anyone like to volunteer? Please. If you want to add anything, please put it out. If you want to add anything, please put it out.
Thank you, table topic master. If I get an opportunity to travel back into my life, probably I will go back to my school days and study well so that I can choose a better profession. Because till 9th standard, I was very below in studies, below average in studies. So I realized that my life will be spoiled if I am continuing the same way only in the 10th standard. Because in 10th standard quarterly, I scored 27 marks in maths. Then I thought, no, my life will be gone. So if I get an opportunity, I will travel back to my school days, probably from 6th standard. Then I will study well and choose a profession which I like the most. So that will be my preference. Thank you.
So with that, I guess we are done with the guests. I'm sorry, the members. And now I have the list of guests as well. And if you want me to call one by one, I can probably start with Isam Himani, ma'am. Yeah. Hope I got your name right. So your topic for today is, what are you most grateful for?
Okay. So I am most grateful for the freedom which I have got from and the support which I have got from my parents. My parents, whatever I tell them, either I want to go here or there, they just say yes to whatever. They have in me and things which I'm getting right now. I'm really very grateful for all the opportunities and everything I'm getting. The Chennai, when I came here, I was not at all like I could not believe the things which I'm getting in my job or the first time I came here in the Toastmasters. It was from 2019. I was planning to join the Toastmasters, but never got it. It's that I come here and attend any of the meetings. But in the recent past, I had done so many variety of things. So this time I was like, let's go and attend the meeting, no matter whatever happens. It's okay. I will be there. Even if I can't speak, I will observe the people, and I am really grateful for all of you as well for letting me speak here. Thank you very much.
Next up, I would like to invite Dr. Shruti Ganesh ma'am. Your topic for today is, what is the most defining moment of your life thus far?
The most defining. Good evening, Madhav. The most defining moment in my life was, I think, in the year 2011, which was a kind of a milestone to the beginning of my career when I scored great marks in my class 2 board exams, which helped me achieve my dream of entering, joining a government medical college at a highly subsidized and like it helped me enter into a medical college without much expenditure to my family and my parents. This has been my dream since my childhood, joining a medical college, becoming a doctor. So I feel that is the most defining moment in my life yet. Thank you.
Next up, I would like to invite Mr. Syed Kadiri. So, your topic for today is, what has life taught you recently?
Good evening, one and all. Yeah, this was the first time in the speaking in front of people. My career is totally from the finance background. So to be honest, it is the first time I'm standing in front of public. So
What has life taught you recently?
yeah, actually, what happened was I have been working in my finance for the last 15, 18 years. So due to COVID, I lost my job. So I was working in Chinese company. So I traveled China and all the other countries. Actually, due to this COVID, I lost my job in 2020, early 2020. So then, I've been thinking that in my life that the life will improve and I'll work continuously in my life and there will be no stop in my life, sort of thing. But suddenly, life has taught me a big lesson to me that life is not permanent. So anything can happen at any time. So we should be prepared in our life so that we can tackle our life and we have to face our whatever comes to us to lead our family in a better way.
So, our next participant is Mr. Dinesh Kumar. Your topic was there. Have you ever regretted something you did not say or do? I repeat the topic. Have you ever regretted something you did not say or do?
Good evening, Toastmasters and your guests. One incident that I would recollect is I used to work in China for 2 years, and then because of my parents' health, I have to come back. So I came back here in 2016, and then without getting any job, I just quit my job and then I came here because from there it's difficult to find a job in India. But after coming here, it was very difficult for me to find a new job because my pay there was high and the profile what I was doing there is different. And similar thing I couldn't get it here. But in one instance, I got an opportunity in one of the company, which is very close to my place, Chitral. And I attended a couple of interviews, couple of rounds of interviews, and I got selected. But one thing that they told us, it's French company, They asked me to wait for another 1 month because they were having vacation that time, the French people. So I have to have my final offer. What happened is I got another opportunity from a different company, but they told that I have to finalize that the job offer at the time. What I did is I was waiting because of my time lag. I thought I have an opportunity here. Here I have to wait. So I said okay to that. But in reality, I got this job. I just have it's a formal. It's a very good opportunity. But once I selected this opportunity and went there, I found it is totally out of what I am expecting and what I was doing. So it didn't uh, encourage me to work there. So I quit my job again in 3 months, and then I got another job. So that is the moment that I felt I left this job and I said okay to another person, which didn't go well. Thank you.
So I would like to invite Mr. Sabarnathan, the next participant. Your topic today is what do you love most about yourself?
First of all, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Hello everyone here. So this is a nice topic that what I love myself. Yeah. So I love mostly from my childhood. I always wish to start something new that is apart from what others are doing. So I wish to do something really big that people normal and not normal like not like a normal people like going to job, coming back to from work and sitting home and spending time. It is like so I decided to do something big. So that is apart from normal work, that is going to doing some business or get failed again and get seeing multiple failures again and again. Even though I failed a lot of time, I never thought of quitting any. My attitude has never came out of that trying. Okay, so what I did is I was just keep on trying, even though I faced failures. I never quitted any opportunities that came across me, and I'm still working on the things that getting the opportunities that I'm getting. I'm still working on it. I'm focusing it, and the best part in myself is I never left an opportunity to grow and to think like from the outside box. So that was the best of the mind that I learned from myself. Thanks.
So I have one more topic for the guests. I need someone to volunteer. Yes, only. Someone like to come forward. Right. We could be
Yes.
Nias. Welcome, Nias. So your topic for today is stealing to feed a starving child. Wrong. Let me repeat. Stealing to feed a starving child. Wrong.
Okay, so first of all, I'm Nias. I'm basically from Kerala and I have joined recently here at Senate of Road at ICICI Bank as a relationship manager. So I'm new to the city and it's very surprising, it's very new for me to talk in front of a lot of people right away. And one thing I thought I should just take this opportunity to break that ice. So thank you for giving me that opportunity. So my topic here is how to, I mean, um, should I feel for some to feel like who is in need? So what I think is uh, morally, everyone should think like what's the best outcome that can come out of any situation. So if you are, I would think like if that kid is going to maybe going to get killed or if that kid is going to die or something like which like the outcome is very worse. So at that case, I think we will weigh the moral
morality of that situation, and if healing is justifiable in that case, and if you are not healing from someone who is really in need of something very badly, but you said, and you won't get caught in that moment, if the both those conditions are satisfied, then I might steal and steal this. So I think that makes sense. I think, and you thank you for that. Thank you. Rohit, I'm on.
So I have one more topic, and I would like to invite one of the Toastmasters, one of the members. So I would like to invite Neeraj first. The topic is very, what would you do? Plan on a desert island. And repeat, what could you do? Because stranded on a desert island.
Hi, once again, thanks for giving me this opportunity. What would I do if I was stranded in a deserted island? Uh, so, I mean, I have never been to, I have never been to deserted islands. If I was ever, maybe if I was in Rajasthan, probably what I would do in a sunny day or in March is probably visit few few uh, few people and sit with them, ask them what they do, because I don't know the culture of these farmers or the people over there. So maybe I'll spend some time with camel. People who are riding their camels. Maybe drink some water, because I think the taste of water will be, something very immense. So I think I'll just try to explore the region, and I'll try to probably experience the heat better than Chennai. So that's what I do. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Neeraj. I have one more topic. Can anyone volunteer? Your topic for today is, do you think we are alone in this universe? I repeat, do you think we are alone in this universe?
Thank you. Hello, Toastmasters and guests, dear guests. And my topic is, do you think we are alone in this universe? uh, Normally, I used to watch a lot of universal kind of documentaries in BBC or in various YouTube channels. Like even I don't remember the scientist name, but I heard that there is a lot of chances that there is multiverse also there, and we are not alone because the universe is very vast. So we there could be a chance of people might be living in other universe. And for example, I just saw the video like for example, going in the road and we see the signals. In the other universe, there could be a reverse kind of stop. For stop, we use the signal for stop, and there could be some other light, or people walk the reverse. There could be a lot of some possibilities being being exposed. So it is what I see in that. Yeah, I see that there are people might be there in other universes. Yes, technical talk. Yeah.
So I guess with that, we come to the end of the session. Thank you so much for your time. And I would like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Bilal.
Thank you so much, Rohit, for those wonderful topics. I believe that helped our two partner members and guests to think on their feet in an improper setting. Whenever I come across a table topic session in Toastmasters meeting, I remember this Vadivelu and Sarath Kumar comedy, where Vadivelu will teach Sarath Kumar in post office like how to build a conversation with a stamp. So he will go to one person, he will say like, who is the person in the stamp? He will talk about Abraham Lincoln, then he will talk about Mahatma Gandhi, and he will build the conversation till London. So it's one of the very good skill. You can have this skill, you can build a network, you can do networking with other people, you can build a conversation. Even in an interview, if you don't know the answer, you can just keep on speaking. It's a very good skill. And I wish everyone participate more in table topic session. Now, I move up the stage to our general evaluator for today's meeting. Geeta sir.
Evaluation session. So let me tell you, so the benefit of the guest. Evaluation session is the session where prepared speakers they will get instant feedback from the evaluators as to with regards to their performance. So the evaluator will not only point out the good points, but he will also give enough scope for them or give them enough points so that they can work on those points and help themselves to take their speeches to the next level. So let's begin the evaluation session now. Our first speaker was Toastmaster Sami, and to evaluate his speech, we have Toastmaster Manoj. So let me invite Toastmaster Manoj.
Good evening once again, Toastmasters and guests, and my target speaker. Toastmaster Sami, you started the speech very well with giving straight points of there is only 4 communication skills, that is direct, initiating, supportive, and analytical. Kudos to you for having this limited set of topics so that you can bring in audience awareness within that particular set of topics. You did not only brought out the stipulated number of topics, but also gave examples of what this suited you and to listen to people that your communication style is initiating and analytical and how it helped at your work. And not just how it helped at work, but also what are skills that you try to avoid. For example, the supportive skills, which is not good for you at certain stages. A takeaway for a lot of members here is that a lot of communication skills are there in the world, right? But what are things that is suitable always and what are the things that's not suitable always, right? It's always a confusion that happens on this particular thing. And you gave a clear answer to it saying that not all skills is applicable everywhere. We have our own set of skills that can be used impromptu at many of the stages. At the same time, we should also take an extra step on bringing the skills that is required at certain situations, right? So you have given a clear definition on that. With that, I say that you have a really good clarity on your speech. You also comfortable and confident about what you are supposed to deliver. However, a couple of observations I was at. Since this speech is also it's a style, right? It's communication style, and you already defined it only 4 times, right? So in the 4 times, you could have also given a kind of or local variety on each of each and every slide. For example, direct speech. You could have given example. How a direct speech will sound like. Hey, I don't like your speech. What are you doing? So this is a very direct talk. So you just give a direct example with a direct talk. And also move forward in terms of using the stage. It is always better that you have a good stage here, so make use of it. And since you had again 4 points, you can have started 1 point here, second point here, and third point here, and fourth point. The audience can relate to you with respect to the points at each stages. And essentially, what is your main point for the takeaway? Considering all that, I would really appreciate that you informed us on what are the skills that you want to learn, and give a good takeaway for us from your speech. And we wish you all the best for your next speeches. Back to the audience.
The second speaker was Toastmaster Renuka, who will join this online. And to evaluate her speech, we have Toastmaster Sharon with us.
Good evening once again, Toastmasters guest and my dear target speaker, Toastmaster Renu. So first, I would like to tell my commendations and then move on to my recommendations. First commendation, I like your message very well about the positive attitude, which is very much needed in today's life. And kudos to you for beautifully telling the message. And second point is the structure of the speech. You opened your speech and then you gave 4 couples story from negative spectrum to the positive spectrum of the attitude, and then finally you ended with the message. So well done. And moving on to the vocal variety part, which is the actual project objective. Let me evaluate with respect to the 6 parameters we told before. I observed your words are very clear. So the articulation is very clear. Each and every word that you tell, I can hear with easy, without any strain to my ears. And second point is the loudness. I feel your volume level is very loud, and I didn't see any difficulty to get. And the third one is the voice quality. I felt it is comfortable and engaging. Now, what to improve on? What is the recommendation point? I have 3 points to recommend. The first point is the vocal variety. Vocal variety, I felt there is some scope for adding emotions. For example, when you said about childlessness, couple as childlessness is something which is a sad part. Maybe there we can show some sad emotion. Whereas when you told about Professor Bala and Gita, the later of the speech, which is totally a different contrasting point where they show positive attitude towards children, and there you could have shown different emotion, but I felt as an audience, these both contrasting emotions are same from your delivery, speech delivery. Second point is the passes. You told about 4 couples and beautifully at each of every couple you told a message. And what I found was missing is a pass. Whenever we tell some message, we should pause for at least 2-3 seconds so that that message will be absorbed in our audience mind. So that could have been taken care. Number 3 is the pace. Pace is the rate of speech that we speak about. And I found your speech was little high pace. Right from the start to end, it was like a very high pace. Maybe because of the lot of words, more number of words. For a 7 minute speech, usually we take 700 to 800 words. I suspect in your speech that you gave would have been like 1,100 words. Maybe you can reduce the number of words so that you can control your rate of the speech. And vocal variety is something which actually struggles me a lot personally. And my mentor told one suggestion for me that I would like to tell here. Whenever we write the script, we sit with the script and we go through each and every line where we can increase our space, where we can change our volume, where we need to add passes and everything. Maybe next time when you give your speech, you can try this method. It may work. Apart from that, just to summarize my evaluation, it's a clear articulation, clear and loud volume, and good voice quality. Just to work on the pace, pass, and the vocal variety. Looking forward for your speech, future speech.
It's now time for us to hear from our talent team. So before I invite our grammarian, let me ask you all, did you all use the word consent in your speeches? No? So he is going to show that on your now. With this, I decided to brief out, to give the
Thank you, Jen Coordinator. So as our general available, no one uses the word consent except the general. So if, online, if someone uses the word, just raise your hand. I'm not able to hear your voice properly. So in terms of today's usage of everyone's usage, it was good. Not too much of bad. It is okay. It was in the middle. It is okay. So from Bilal, I will start to response to Bilal. Since he is a TMOD, the space and pass with all the words which was outstanding today. This avoids the filler. Instead of or better, we will just give the space or pass between each space between the each word. So it avoids the fillers. It was good. And most of the times, it's a good usage and it's a recommendation. With that being said, it was very stylish when we are in the when we roll the it is very nice. Well, I'm Ramadan, I know it around many times. But those who've been hearing from that time, it would look like some what stylish. So this is one of the good usage and recommendation to avoid not use more than 2 or 3 times. And Toastmaster Palanisamy, he started not what we say, how we say. So that was a very good usage. I am just taking this point on my personal note. And one recommendation is only very minimal filler. you have used only very minimal. It's not a bad usage. Try to avoid the minimal spelling because I've seen Toastmaster Palanchami sir almost being 1 year here. So the quality of his speech was outstanding. And next to Toastmaster Renova. So Toastmaster Renova, there are two good usages which I just found from her speeches. Everything reflection of behavior. This suits everyone. So that was one of the good usage. And love life loves you back. So those are the two words which is a good usage of, in the speech. And since it is your objective core speech, you are confused with the person's names Malika and Ranga. So that you need to avoid in the next speech to Asma. And some recommendation is Anand is a short temper. That could be enough for your speech. You have used Anand is a short temper fellow. So instead of you can just avoid that fellow. And you use settle with someone in UK, settle with someone in USA. You don't want to use the someone in many times. Settle in UK and settle in USA. It is okay. So that is what's one of the recommendations which I like to share to first Master Raila. And on top of it, guest Isha, she used on Woodward in the recent past. So most of us we use in the past, in the future. So in the recent past, it was one good usage and it was okay. And first Palanishani table topic below, it is okay. Very below, we don't want to use so that it's a recommendation I just used to. Apart from this, everything is okay, and only general evidence also Mr. Geeta used the word consent. So both
To listen to the annual report. Annual Toastmaster report. So you can report speeches and our table topics.
Thank you, madam. Let me start with the prepared speakers. Toastmaster Palmisamy sir took 16 seconds. And Toastmaster Renuka madam took 8 minutes 21 seconds. Then coming to favorite topics. Toastmaster Rohit, TT Master took 1 minute. Speakers, Toastmaster Nanda took 2 minutes 9 seconds. Toastmaster Mahadevra took 1 minute 50 seconds. And again, Toastmaster Madhu took 1 minute 21 seconds. Toastmaster Palmisamy again 20 topics took 1 minute 50 seconds. This madam took 1 minute 18 seconds. Again, guest Shruti madam took 56 seconds. Guest Syed took 58 seconds. Dinesh Kumar, our guest speaker today, 1 minute 47 seconds. Again, Sapali Mohan sir, 1 minute 35 seconds. Next, Nias, 1 minute 36 seconds. Let me come to the evaluation part. Postmaster Manoj sir, 2 minutes 37 seconds. Postmaster sir, 3 minutes 30 seconds. This is the time taken by various students.
Outside you want another speaker with you. So you are required to put the prepared speakers and the table topic speakers. So I request him to read the table topic speakers who have been qualified for voting. These are qualified speakers. Yeah. If they've spoken for 30 seconds, yeah, if they've spoken for very long, 1 minute, you can cover it. So they want to qualify for voting. So you can vote the speaker that you like to give over test. You know the guest speakers.
Speakers, that's speaker qualified. And for the evaluation segment, both evaluators are qualified in Toastmaster and Toastmaster Star.
It's not time for us to hear from thank you, Naveen. It's not time for us to hear from our Toastmaster Dheeraj. He give us a brief report.
Starting with Mr. Palanisamy, I think his speech was fabulous. He did not use any filler in the introduction speech. Bilal was absolutely fantastic. Probably in the entire 15-20 minutes, he used only 2 filler words. Only you know were 2 times he used. Naveen Raj and Geeta and Rohit, table topic master Rohit, did not use any filler words. Coming to prepared speakers, Palanisamy again did not use any filler words. Paused multiple times, but I think it's a right pause. I'm not a right, probably it's a right pause. Toastmaster Renuka used so, 3+ times. Coming to table topics, Toastmaster Nanda used a couple of times and like couple of times. Nagendra Bharat did not use any. Toastmaster Madhu used 3 times. He used R 3+ times. Palanisamy you paused multiple times in table topic. And all the guests also tried using R multiple times, highest being myself. So, and coming to the evaluators, Toastmaster Manoj used 4 filler words in a speech. R 2 times, kind of 1 time, that and the one time. And Toastmaster Sharath used R 3+ times. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dheeraj. Friends, now that we have heard from our evaluators and we have also taken the tracking report, it's now time for my evaluation. So here it is. See, first and foremost, it's very important that we start our meeting on time. And kudos to the ExCom team that it's always been a trend that CTM never has delayed its meetings. Probably sometimes during the online sessions, it could have happened during the hybrid meetings, the initial days when we were just trying to set up the hybrid kind of a meeting. Apart from that, we have always started our meeting on time and we take pride in that. So next, I would like to commend the speakers. They had delivered a beautiful speeches and their speeches also adhered to the speech objectives. That's very important in Toastmasters. So a big round of applause to all of you. And tag team, they delivered beautiful reports. And I would also like to commend Toastmaster Upati and Toastmaster Dheeraj because they are the first time role players and for the first time they are taking up these roles. And we also had an awesome grammarian who pointed out our flaws and he also told us that how well we could work on improving our language skills as well. But on the other side, the irony is that we did not really make them happy by not using the word of the day. Probably that's very important that, we all should work on using the word of the day during the meeting. So that is why we introduce the word of the day, or that's why the grammarian brings out the word of the day, so that we learn to use the word of the day in our speeches. So we all can put in that effort. And not to talk about our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bilal. I'm sure you'll all agree with me if I tell you that we had a beautiful uninterrupted flow of meeting. Do you agree with me or not? Yes, so kudos to Toastmaster Bilal. So he did a wonderful job and in the process, it's what's more amazing is what, today we all have so many guests and it's just a coincidence that the theme that he has chosen today's meeting is so well appropriate to the kind of the audience that we have been having. So you need not worry about what exactly is happening in the Toastmasters. He gave you a bird's eye picture of what's happening in the Toastmasters team. So kudos to Toastmasters with that one. And we had an energetic and enthusiastic tabletop master. Do you all agree with me or not? And what about his topics? How did you all feel? They were very easy to attempt. I noticed that he had come so well prepared, not only with the topics, but he also had the names ready with him. He doesn't have to ask the guest, may I know your name please, or something. He had the names right. I think when they were introducing themselves, he was so alert that he noted down the names and he was calling them by name. So that was really beautiful on his part. Congratulations to him. And his topics were also so easy to attempt. Even a guest could easily come, stand boldly and talk about it. And I'm sure one of the guests might also win the best table topic speaker award. No doubt about it. So that comfortable he made the guest. He made the guest that very comfortable. Yes. And we also had a fairly good attendance. So we had a good number of guests attending. We had a good number of Toastmasters attending on the physical part. And we also have online session also. We have so many Toastmasters attending the meeting. Yes, I would have expected I would have been a little more happier if we would have had the experienced Toastmasters also, because today was a day when, we have so many new Toastmasters performing. So they would get more support if even the masters attend the meeting. Experienced Toastmasters as well should have attended the meeting. And talking about the evaluation session, we had a beautiful evaluation session. So these evaluators, they not only noted down the plus points, whatever went well with the speakers, but they also had points of improvement for the speakers. And more important is I was very happy to see Toastmaster Manoj, who not only told the speaker that what his points of improvement should be, he also demonstrated it right on the stage by helping them how to use the stage. Maybe a first point here, second point here, third point here, and fourth point here. And he also, when he talked about the voice modulation, also he tried to tell the speaker like how exactly you could approach the change in the tone when you are dealing with a direct communicator, or when you are a direct communicator, how you can express with your voice so the audience would be better able to understand. The same goes with Toastmaster Sharath also. So he had already, he had done a lot of homework. He had spoken to Toastmaster Renuka earlier itself and asked her what are the parameters on the basis of which she needs to evaluate her. In accordance to that, he had delivered this evaluation. So that was where the improvement points given by him were about the emotions, the voice modulation, and the pace where Toastmaster Renuka can work on herself, and she can deliver a better speech or take her speech to the next level in the upcoming meetings. So on the whole, we had a wonderful session, and I did not find any points of improvement here. So I'm really happy with all of that. Yes, personally, just a small thing. I wouldn't say that's the point of improvement. Earlier, we used to distribute the agenda once we come to the meeting. So we've been constantly telling that we need the agenda. Probably, the EXCOM can take care of this part of this request, where the agenda is distributed, physical copies of the agenda is distributed. And
decided to distribute the physical copy into the room areas because a council decision.
yeah, that may be to save the paper or save on the paper or going green, fine. But that also was not available. That is why I pointed it out today. Probably you can work on it if it feels correct. So on the whole, we had a wonderful meeting, and I think we are ending the meeting also. We'll be ending it on time or a little before time itself. So with this, I think I should hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster. So this year, Toastmaster of the day will tell you all to vote for the best role player. So I think we'll take it now.
We all have a child within us to win a competition, to receive a certificate. So when we receive ballot, where you have to choose the best prepared speaker for the first session. And for second session, you have to tell us who is the best table topic speaker. For prepared speaker, I will tell you the name. My first speaker was Palanisamy. Second speaker was Renuka. I think you already read the names. And for tag team, you will have a role called tag team where we have 3 members: Bhupati, Dheeraj, and Karthik. When I say tag team, T stands for timer, A for our counter, G for grammarian. And we have timer Bhupati today who has shared the timer's report. And we have our counter delivered by Dheeraj. And the grammarian was done by Karthik, Toastmaster Karthik. Can someone tell me how many Toastmasters club we have across the globe? I'll give you the option: 5,600, 10,600, 16,600.
16,600. 16,600.
Thanks, Nagendra Balaji. That was a correct answer. Thanks, Manoj. So we have 16,600 clubs across the globe. Can someone tell me in how many countries Toastmasters International has its presence? I'll give you the option: 90, 100, 143.
143. No,
Thank
no,
you.
no, no, no. Oh, 143. Yeah, okay.
Correct answer, Nagendra Balaji. Thanks, Naveen. So Toastmasters International has its presence in almost 143 countries. And Chennai Toastmasters Club is the first Toastmasters club in Tamil Nadu. With that being said, I can see that many of them have worked in China and other places. Tomorrow, if you're going to Dubai, or if you're going to Australia, or if you're going to US or Canada, and you're already in the middle of your path, you have done 2 levels from project 1 of motivational speaking strategies. Now, how you will be continuing your path if you're going to Canada or Australia? Because you cannot come to a physical meeting in Chennai, right? So in that case, you can go to Toastmasters International website. Say you are connecting to Toastmasters International website from Canada, you will find an option to find a club. The moment you click this option in the left side, it will open a map where you can find which Toastmasters club within 40 kilometer radius, which Toastmasters club is within 20-kilometer radius. All these options were available in Toastmasters website. You can utilize this from Canada. You can check which Toastmasters club is near your location in that particular city, and you can contact their VPM. It will give you details like in which week, in which day they have their weekly meetings, and you can find which time is comfortable for you, and you can select the club which you want to join, and you can contact them, and you can go as a guest before joining it. So this information I would like to share with you all. And with that being said, just for the benefit of guests, Toastmasters International is a US-based non-profit educational organization that was established with the motive to help members to improve their public speaking skills, communication skills, and leadership skills. With that, I'll hand over the stage to President of the club, Toastmaster Naveen.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bilal, for wonderfully explain all about the Toastmasters program and the meeting procedures. So it's time to get the guest feedback. How do you feel about this 2 hours meeting? Can you please share with us? It's come here.
Again, good evening. This is my first meeting and I didn't expect this speaking here. But it was a good experience for me and good thing that I am coming out of what I would like to learn. I mean, I'm trying to get what I am required. So this opportunity is good for me. I try to keep this where I can improve my communication skills. But this life experience is what I feel is good and it will help me move forward. And to reach thanks. Thanks. Second, I was searching for a place where I can overcome my stage fears and express, prepare for topics and speak out like a public speaker. And certainly, I found it was like a best place to uh, become a public speaker and also to recreate all those things that we had inside. This is the best place
to overcome all those fears. And so far, I was searching a lot of places. This place was recommended my friend, thanks to a lot, because I find it really useful platform. I will use it like this.
I'm thankful for the opportunity that has been given to me. This is my first time like speaking in terms of public speaking in front of a crowd and all. So I am hopeful that I'm able to improve my communication skills to come out of my introvert, my nature of being an introvert to improve my leadership qualities and uh, to helping overall building of my personality and my characteristics. So I take this as an opportunity and I hope it will help me in the coming weeks. Thank you.
First of all, thank you, Toastmaster Club Chennai, to give me this opportunity. And my first contact was with Mr. Palaniswamy, and talking to him itself was a very good experience, and I felt very energetic. So I decided that I will come and join anyway. And last week I was supposed to come, but I did not come because I was having another commitment. Then this week I got late because I forgot about the timing. But then as soon as I remembered, I got out of my house, I took my bike and came here. But still, I was not, I was afraid that I would have to start walking and here. Then also I'm thinking, should I go with Gemma is intruding and your meeting is already going on. Does it make me look like I feel like embarrassed, But now once I came in, you gave me an opportunity to talk, and now I'm very glad that I took that step. And I'll try to be like you guys, like the officers who have talked here before. So thank you for this opportunity.
I really enjoyed this meeting. This 2 hour meeting was like very well organized and conducted, and everybody did done a great job. And I really learned a lot from this meeting, and I'm looking forward to join this club.
So I got the contact first one from the Lakshmi Narayan, who gave very solid number. So yesterday I spoke to her. Actually, I've been contacting for the last 1.5 years to join in close master. I was really in a dilemma to whether to join or not. But no, today, even when I started the meeting, I was a little nervous to see the people and so, but after this 1.5 hours, I was a little comfortable with the way you guys presented. The most important thing is like when speakers presented. So one was evaluation. So one is noticing the time. So giving the feedback. All this stuff is really good. So I was in a dilemma. Now I'm here. So really I want to join in the coach model. So I want to present the speakers in coming days. Thanks.
Good evening. My name is Ganesh Natarajan. I've retired from Air India, and I just brought in my daughter uh, because although she has been giving a lot of presentations within her college about the topic which she is studying, I somehow felt that she needs to be. Whenever I hear her telling her shortfalls, I was thinking that she'll need a platform like this to present herself or to improve her speaking skills as and when she is meeting her patients and advising them like. So I already came here to the same club many years back because my son also was having the same difficulty. And he was attending the sessions where the club was functioning out of Presidency Club in Egmont. And I have attended as a guest along with him a couple of times. And he significantly improved in his communication skills also. But unfortunately now he is placed in Coimbatore. So I just wanted her to get the same experience for her to improve in her career. And I like the functioning. But I find one thing is that the number of members, because I was told that this club had too many members and you had split the club and into, but the presence, I expected much more attendance physically here. I think that still the tendency is there to attend online. I'm sure it will, I hope more people will come forward, permanent members, because the new members will get more experience when the speech is actually happening on the stage rather than through online. I really hope that also happens soon. And I really enjoyed the session. Thanks.
Regarding closed section, I will stop anything.